So this might look like a pretty normal dartboard setup. I've recently changed to the Winmore Plasma and I'm really happy with it, but the reason I've changed to the Winmore Plasma is because of this. This is the AutoDarts scoring system. It's just been released. It's 199 euros, so a very, very good price for an automated dartboard scoring system. And I'm going to go through it and I'm going to show you exactly how it works and what you do and everything about it. So let's get into the video. If you want to get yourself one of these, I'll leave all the links in the descriptions. Go and have a look. But yeah, let me show you what this can do. It's quite cool and for a very, very reasonable price as well. A lot of the stuff that you see nowadays when it comes to automated scoring, I know Target are bringing one out, Scolias have got their own one, quite expensive. 199 euros. Not bad at all. Let me show you it. Okay, so this is my dartboard setup. We have the Winmore Plasma and it's connected straight into the camera system, which you can't see. Which is connected directly into the camera system, which you basically just put together yourself. It's very simple. It wasn't too difficult to set up. It took me maybe like 15, 20 minutes. You've got a camera there, you've got a camera up there, and you've also got a camera right there. And that does all the work to score the dartboard and to get your scores automated, which is really cool. So I have tried it with a few different light rings. The Plasma is the one that fits directly onto this, so I just got a Plasma because it just made life a bit easier for me. It does work with other light rings, but I would say if you want this to work the best, I would say get the Plasma because it just works better. It's made to fit the Plasma as well, which obviously is a big deal. It's going to be super easy to get set up if you have one of these. You can use other light rings. I did try and use the Lumina, the thing that I used to have before. It just wasn't bright enough to do the job, so you're going to need a light ring. So if you've got a light ring, that's absolutely fine. There are adapters and stuff for other light rings, so go and have a look, do some research, see what one you have and see what one would work. But I think what we should do is have a throw and I'll show you how it all works and we'll have a little play around. But yeah, it's a good system. I like it. I'm going to try and find like a good way of using this on my streams and stuff, even if it's just showing the streams like what the score is. But on this you can do like players, you can play against the bot, automatic scoring, you can play against other people who have one of these with automatic scoring and stuff. There's loads of different checkout games and stuff you can play as well. So there's a lot you can do on it. Let's give it a throw and let's see how accurate it is. Okay, here we have it. Let's give it a throw and let's see how accurate it is. So we have everything set up, ready to go for this system. It's pretty simple to set up. You calibrate all your cameras and stuff. You connect your cameras to your PC and then you just calibrate it all. So I actually used a USB like dongle splitter thing to get the cameras in. So the cameras are wired. Let me just show you quickly actually with my big tripod. I'll show you what the cameras go into. So the way that I have it set up is I have got my wires going behind my backdrop to a USB hub thing which connects to my PC. So that's how I've done it on my one. So there's definitely a lot of options for you for like customizing how you set it up and where you put things and how you plug things in. So you can kind of like customize how you want to do things, which I do like. There's obviously pros and cons with doing that. It's you have to buy a few extra bits if you want certain things to happen, but there's also space for you to do things that maybe you couldn't do with another system. So let's have a throw. Let's see how we go. We're all set up. Okay, so this is just like the base, simple. It's just counting your scores. Nothing else is happening other than it's counting your scores. You can obviously play legs and play games and play checkouts and do round the clock or whatever. Loads of different games and stuff, but we're just going to test the accuracy and just see how it does. So if we can just throw some nice 20s. That would be great. It's a single 20, switch to the 19s, treble 19, and a double 19, because why not? You can see on the software as well, it has all of the positions on the dartboards, where the darts are going as well. So nice little 115 checkout by accident. Didn't mean to hit a double 19, but it's early in the morning. I've not had a throw, so I'm quite happy with the treble 19, to be fair. Big 20. Big 20, and a treble 1, and it's got it again. So it kind of like, it takes out, when you remove your darts, it senses it, so it takes them out, and then it resets. You can kind of like, sometimes it freezes a little bit, sometimes it doesn't realise that your darts are being removed, so you just have to click a button, but it's not too difficult to do. But here we go, so 3 more. That's a 1, that's a 3, and that's another 3. It's too early, I'm going to be honest. It's too early to throw darts, but it's a good system. I do like the system. I think there's room for improvement on it. I'll be transparent with you guys as well, because it's only fair. I got this sent to me for free. I didn't pay for this, but I'll also give as best a review as I can, based on everything that I've learnt so far. So my opinions of this is going to be, if you could find other people who want to use one, it's going to be good. If you just want to use it for at-home use, like at-home use, this is like really, really good. If you just want to use it at home and just practice on it, it's going to be great, because it's just a cheaper version of the Scolia, really. It's just a cheaper version of that. It does exactly the same as that. The other thing about this as well, I know the Scolia have just released like a new version, but the fact that you can use this light ring, it looks way better than when I had a Scolia. When I had one, it was like so ugly and clunky. That was probably like the worst thing about the Scolia. But obviously they've brought out a new one, and it looks a lot better. But I think this looks way better. I think this looks really good. See if we can get one. Oh, there's two. 140. So you can see here, it hasn't done the score correct. So it's not 100%. It's not 100%. I have found that it doesn't like black points too much. I must admit, it doesn't like black points that much. If you use gold points, really good. Silver points, really good. I use black points, but I'm actually going to change my points because of this. So just keep that in mind. But so as you can see, it thinks that second dart was below the treble. And if you were playing a game and stuff, you can just click on it and change it. But you can't do it on this. There's a lot of little things, I must admit, there's a lot of little things that need to be ironed out for this system to work really, really well. But it's not far away. It's quite close. It's quite close to being like almost as good as you can get on a scoring system. But it's not. It's not perfect. It's not going to get the score right every single time. Single 20, single 20, single 1. That did a very good job. But it's not going to get the score right every single time. But it's not bad. And obviously, there are updates that happen all the time. There are like probably weekly updates at the very least. And to be honest, the other scoring systems aren't perfect either. So it kind of is what it is. But at least this way, it's not. It's like the real selling point for this for me is just the price. I think it's just a really reasonable price for what it is. And obviously there's a lot of setting it up yourself. You have to install the software yourself, all that stuff. But for the most part, I don't mind that at all. That's not a problem. The only other thing I would say is you're going to need a computer. You're going to need a computer or a laptop or something to get this to work, because of how the software works. So you won't be able to run this on your phone. Like, it just won't work. It needs to be plugged into a computer to work. So that is the only real downside, I would say. But if you've got the equipment to do it, then give it a try. Overall, I would say that there's definitely some improvements that need to be done. There's definitely some updates that need to happen. But for the most part, it's brand new. It's only going to get better. And it's pretty good at the moment. So from my experience of using this, I would say my pros are the price is very, very good for what it is. It does the job that it's supposed to do the majority of the time. That they were telling me that it's 99.5% accurate. I have found it's a little bit lower than that with black points, but I used gold points and I had 0 mistakes before, and so it's not too bad. It's pretty good. It's a good price, and it's a good thing if you're just at home, if you've got a nice setup like I do, or if you've got something that you've got a nice area where your dartboard is, and maybe you play online and you've got a laptop next to it. You've got places to plug things in, and you've got software and a computer to use it. So I would say the cons are going to be, the black points. Sometimes it's a tiny bit clunky, I would say. There's a few things. Sometimes it doesn't realise that you're taking the darts out of the board. It's pretty good most of the time, but sometimes it doesn't realise, and obviously it's going to make mistakes. It does make mistakes. It's not perfect every time, but I found that the lighting makes a big difference. You want as much light on the dartboard as possible if you're going to use this, and it's decent. It's decent. For its price, it's very good. I would say for its price, it's very good. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Target one is when it comes out, if that's any good. This one as well, you can play other people online on the AutoDarts system as well. So you can kind of like anyone else who's got one or anyone else who's got the AutoDarts just account, you can play against them. So it's pretty good. Overall, I would give this a 7.5 out of 10 for a darts accessory. It's not completely needed. A lot of people won't ever need something like this, but if you like using this sort of stuff, if you like a bit of technology, if you like a bit of flair and you want to practice in a way that other people can't practice when they're at home, it's a good system and it's not really very expensive. And also, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but you don't get the light ring, you just get the arms. So I would buy this and buy the Winmore Plasma light ring, because it's definitely the best one for this, but you don't get the light ring with the system, just so you know. Anyway guys, that is today's video. Hope you did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See if we can get a bullseye. Last throw bullseye. Bang. That was close. Cheers for watching the video, guys. See you later. Goodbye.